Hey, what's going on, guys? Moab here, and welcome back to another How to Even Factions episode. And today, I'm going to be showing you guys something that I've been waiting for a little while now. Boom! My first base defense design release. Here it is for you guys. It is going to be super awesome, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video. So, first thing I'm going to say before we even get into this is everything that I'm doing here will have a tutorial and a link to go to on the screen and in the description below. Made sure to do that before I even started doing base defense releases. I will definitely make sure that I have tutorials for everything that I'll be doing in that base defense. So as you guys can see, it takes up a lot of space. We have a sign over here that tells us exactly how many chunks you're going to need for the space. 56 claims, 56 chunks, however your server does it that you're playing on. So on Cosmic, I know it's 1 claim per chunk. I know that's how a majority of factions have it. But if it's some other weird way, it's going to take 56 chunks. 56 Minecraft chunks. 16 by 16 is a Minecraft chunk. If you guys don't know that, it's going to take 56 of them. That includes this little buffer area that you see outside. Basically anything inside of the green is included in the chunk count. And you will need all of these claims. They are all to be anti-sponge, like there's here on the front and on the sides is for anti-cobble monster. Is somebody going to try to cobble monster this base? Probably not. Do people try to cobble monster bases that they can get close to, like corners on like this? Like you would expend it out a corner. That would just take up, you probably have to do it over there and over there, take up 4 more claims, not too big, make it 60 claims. So you would need 6 people if it's 10 power, 3 people if it's 60 power, just to have the minimum claims required. So, let's get into the base defense now that we are all over with all of that random jibber jabber. This is a anti-one-shot base. This base is strategically and specifically made to be anti-one-shot and anti-nuke. Okay, so this, I actually like to call this the anti-nuke base, not the anti-one-shot base, but it does also prevent one-shotting. So as you guys can see, we have here our offset pillars. Gen them in like offset pillars, and you just do tons and tons of them. You can go out as far as you possibly want, but I did a couple rows here. I think I did 6. I think I did 12 in total. 6 rows of each. So we have 2, 4. So we have 3, 5. I actually did 10. So 5 rows of each on the front and on the sides for you guys. Nothing too difficult, obviously. Genning in corner pillars, or offset pillars, sorry. Super simple. There's a tutorial on the screen right now. That is what is going to be the majority of this base defense against nuking. So let's start from the inside out now. Here we have your base, and then we have first 2 wraps, just for anti-glitching and stuff like that. You know, very basic. Lots of people have wraps around their base as their first line of defense from their base. And then we have a wall on the back here to prevent wall border glitching. I would recommend doing this up against the wall border. If you're not, you can always just extend it around the base and continue it on this side. However, I did not calculate how many claims that would take. It would take a ton more claims, though. You'd be close to probably adding an extra, I would say 33% of the 50 to 60 claims you guys are planning to do. Another 1/3. So if you're doing 60 claims, it'd be 56 to 60. It'd be about 20 extra claims added on to the back here, just to do this one whole side. So yes, I would recommend doing it on wall border. The next thing that we have is doubles regions with a little bit of a water gap in between 2 sets of them. Just so that you guys can do you guys can do a little bit of a water gap here, make it kind of a little bit more difficult. And if somebody does decide to try to cobble monster this, and they somehow get all the way to the inside of your base here, it's not going to happen. So yes, doubles regions. I know it's going to take a while. I know it does take forever. Very tedious. But if you have a lot of people, or if you just do them by yourself and you just pace yourself and constantly do them, then they will get done. and they will definitely pay off in the future. And then after that, you have 2 wrap walls just to contain everything you've got so far. And next we start off on our offset pillars. However many of these you want to do on this example. Obviously I did 10 rows of offsets, so that's 5 sets where you do one wall is on one block and another wall is on another block, and they're just offset. That equals a total of 10 walls going forward. And then at the very end, you just have some basic walls going around. You could make these wraps and connect them. You will need to do a wall here on this edge like this. If you wanted to wrap it all the way around and like continue it like this, you could do that. Totally perfect normal. This would have to be water though. Hold on, let me get out a blue wool block. Like that. You could continue it all the way around and even do it into these if you really wanted, if you wanted to connect everything. What you'd have to do for this one is, though, you have to kind of bust back here a little bit and connect them all and do something like this, where you would connect them based on how they are. And then we bust this one up and do it like that. This is just a little edit. You guys don't have to do this. It's not required. And either way, they still serve the same purpose of just kind of enclosing everything. That is basically what they are on this base to do. Oh wait, I'm not even gonna try. I know that it's a long command to do colored wool. Trust me. When I was doing this, I did all of it. The command, I just kept /upping it. So yeah, that is the basic layout for this wall design, guys. There are multiple choices and multiple options here to go with this outside, and there's also multiple options for the inside thing. Obviously, then we have our corner pillars just for extra added defenses. Who knows? You never know what you're gonna get hit with when somebody tries to raid your base. When they see these anti-nuke walls, they're gonna be like, "Oh crap!" They have to probably bust down a couple of them to even kind of attempt to get a steady shot into the base. They'd have to bust down at least 3 to have a clear shot, because when you're trying to shoot through one block gap, it's not going to be too much fun. And since they can't blow up multiple of them, since they're spread out so far apart, it's going to make it even harder. Could you do these as the straightforward pillars like you would do with these and just gin them in continuously forever and ever? You could do that, although it would make it a little easier and it'd make it a little harder, because there will be more of these as you can get them tighter, but then people wouldn't also have to adjust their cannon nearly as much to knock these out. These ones, they eventually they chew up a lot of space when they're doing them, but they also increase the distance that people have to fire from, and so they have to continually adjust their cannon unless they're using something that has way more power than they necessarily need it in the very beginning, but has just enough power when it gets to the end of the base. So, that is it for this first base overview tutorial. I'm not going to actually build any of these bases, probably none of the larger scale ones, nothing like this. This is way too large, way too long, takes too much ginning for me to even attempt to do it, but I did indeed do the layout here for you guys. All these blocks are pretty much hand placed. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Like the video if you do enjoy, and want to see some more base defenses, more base defense layout tutorials, more base defense designs, whatever you want to call them. I do definitely plan to have some more of these going up on the channel here in the near future. I just wanted to get this first one out of the way and kind of see like how I was going to get a feel of doing these kind of things before I went ahead and set up a bunch of them. And so the very next one that I do plan on doing will be a little bit later on down the road after a couple more tutorials, because I do have some things that I would like to show you guys before I do. If I'm going to do the next base that I have in mind, which is the base that I'm actually setting up on Cosmic right now, then I will need to do a couple more tutorials, as there are some stuff that I'm doing at that base that I haven't covered yet. But we'll get into that at a later date. And so, for now, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Like the video if you do enjoy, and want to see some more from the HowToEvenFactions series. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, see you guys later. Peace!